And there we go again. Game number 2 in the best of 3 series. Aero Gaming challenged the Team Gigabyte here in the G1 challenge. Team Mushi, or let's just say Mushi and friends, or Mushi and half Titan plus friend, something like that. Mushi was just for a little smoking break. It's all casual here, guys. This is just a... It's not an official tournament as such. It is just a nice event for the viewers, and I'm glad we can bring it to you. My name is HeflaTV. Casting with me is Coucher. And yeah, they're smoking indeed. I mean, this game, they had a nice advantage throughout the entire game. It started well for Arrow till minute 2, but then with the return kill and the harass on DDC in the mid, it just went downhills from there. And I mean, they put up a hell of a fight, but the trades were always, or mostly, in favor for Team Gigabyte here, and like just serving on that wave, they just finished the game with that last Roshan, the H's, and that dive into tier 3. That was pretty much it.
Yeah, it certainly was, and at the moment, I'm beginning to doubt if anybody actually of the challengers can take down Team Mushi. Yesterday, out of the 3 games, 3 series that they had, they won 2 of them 2-1, so at least they showed that they are able to be beaten. They can still lose, but will they lose a series? At the moment, they're just looking so strong, but this game, the Faceless Void isn't going to get overlooked in the first phase of the picks. So, are we going to see Faceless Void Skyrock Mage, which is such an annoying combination?
Yep, absolutely. It's all the time. Yesterday even, like when the other 3 teams challenged Team Gigabyte here, like the games were quite hesitant with the Faceless Void. Like we saw it even in game number 1. He got ignored in the first picks. They had emphasis on the Ancient Apparition here on Arrow, even though they had the option to go Faceless Void, and I think it's still a very, very strong hero in the meta. Like, ignoring him is not a good thing, because you might end up just having it on the other team. But for now, I think Aero Gaming makes the right decision. You see a Faceless Void, and what do? You just either ban or pick the heroes that are in perfect synergy with the hero. Right now, Mystic Flare plus Chrono, obviously nobody wants to see that one, so that's the best pick you can go for.
Yeah, actually the Lycan is also available if Aero Gaming wanted to go for it, but if they go for Lycan now, maybe the Skyrock Mage won't have been the best pick to just accompany that. So, is this potentially going to be a game where the Lycan is just forgotten or just completely overlooked?
That we saw it happen. Like our cast last week, we were sitting here in front of the draft. We were like, guys, where's the Lycan? Like for 2 months, we see the Lycan being first ban material, and suddenly teams start to ignore him. Then some teams picked him up and were like eager to like ignore him. They were like, okay, no problem. Maybe a Radiant Lycan won't be too strong, but in the end, the stats are against the entire thing, against the decision to just ignore a Lycan. It's a damn strong hero, so let's see if they go for it. But no, it is a Centaur Warner. Skyrock Mage Centaur Warner, okay, it's a stun setup into Mystic Flare. Might be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, just the burst damage potential is pretty huge. Their Ancient Seal boosting up to double damage. And like you already mentioned, just Hoof Stomp into Mystic Flare is the setup. And just, they work really well together. The synergize just extremely well, and now what will Team Gigabyte, Team Mushi do? They have the Faceless Void. Skyrock Mage, of course, already was taken out.
They could
Maybe
still go
Ancient
for the
Apparition.
Lycan. Like if they're bold enough, why not playing a Lycan Radiant side? We've seen it work. Just even in the last week, we had like 2 Lycans, or at least I casted 2 Lycans on the Radiant side. Works just as well. Obviously, you want to have him on the Dire side. It's more convenient, but sure, why not? I mean, they want to pick up anyway a second core. It might as well be him. But no, we're completely wrong. It is a Rubik, and I actually understand why, because just yesterday we had amazing Chronosphere steals on a Rubik. So the Faceless Void was going for initiation, but the Rubik came along and was like, oh look, I got a blue bubble, and I just put it on the enemy team, so I'll hold them for the duration of that first Chrono. If you made the target inside the Chrono survive, then you pretty much turned around the fight and even have the advantage, because you have a perfect setup, maybe, because the other team doesn't expect that. But yep. Just to make sure this is not happening, Team Mushi here decides to go, okay, we go the Rubik, so this is not happening.
I'm definitely hoping for some clutch Stampede steals to get people out of Mystic Flare faster, for example. And I mean, Stampede definitely isn't the hardest spell to steal, since Centaur either uses it to run away and definitely won't use his Hoof Stomp and Double Edge after that, or just for the initiation. So if you can somehow have vision of him and be in the correct position before Centaur uses the Blink and his other spells,
yep.
But looking at the next set of bans now, Aero Gaming, banning out the Witch Doctor, they are definitely focusing on just taking away any heroes that synergize with Faceless Void.
Yeah, and you know me, I'm such a big fan of Witch Dog plus Chronosphere. It's just too sick. Especially if, I don't know who's gonna play that Faceless Void, but if you really land an awesome Chronosphere and later in the game maybe the Witch Dog has enough farm to even manage to get a Ghanem Scepter, the damage of the Death Ward is just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous if you see it. You just see the HP of the heroes drop and you're in that blue bubble and you can't do anything. It's probably one of the worst situations for a player, just watching the screen and how your HP go down and you have no chance whatsoever to do anything against it. You can only hope that your team somehow manages to either, for example, defensively disrupt you if you have a Shadow Demon or anything like that. You hope for anything that helps in that situation. Either way, we don't see this, and now the second bans and the second ban stage here are coming out. We have the Death Prophet, so no Exorcism there as well. The Death Prophet got pretty much ignored last game, but on the other side, we already saw the Sand King ban. It was the 5th one for Arrow last game. Now Team Mushi decides they don't want to have it. Sure, I mean, they could have even picked it themselves as a second support, why not? Rubik Telekinesis plus Burrow Strike and the Epicenter for the Chrono later. It would have been an option. Ancient Apparition is also something I could imagine now on Team Mushi, but I'm not sure if Mushi is putting too much priority on the Ancient Apparition. You saw last game, we didn't have a single Shatter kill. Not a single one. Everything was brought down by, yeah, just brute force, pretty much.
I mean, I guess the Ice Blast helped out a little bit, but no, they go for the Disruptor instead.
Okay.
And against Mirana, it's pretty good. And even the Centaur, just being able to glimpse people back, so the Stampede won't be as much of an issue, at least when Arrow is using it defensively. And even against Moonlight Shadows, the Static Storm actually still reveals them if the Disruptor has managed to use his spells before. And even Faceless Void is just an excellent setup for the Kinetic Field and Static Storm. I mean, it's definitely not the highest damage input into the Chronosphere by any means, but it's more of a utility support, and actually both supports are kind of like utility based.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just looking at Arrow's setup and, well, I'm just thinking about what he could steal. I mean, stealing Moonlight Shadow, stealing Arrow, these are the most convenient two spells you can have from the Mirana. Santa Warner, to be honest, for the Rubik, like getting in range for hoof stumps is always quite an issue. The double edge, we saw a lot of Rubik like killing themselves pretty much with it. But the Stampede is something that is very, very nice to steal, because that spell overall is just awesome. Especially if there's any slows whatsoever and you need to get it out of range for certain initiations, then yeah, having this. And for the Skywrath Mage, I guess pretty much everything is worth to steal there for the Rubik. The Arcane Bolt not as much, but if you manage to get actually Mystic Flare or the Silence or the Concussive Shot, sure. Wraith King, well, there's nothing else to steal but the Wraith Fire Blast, so that would be a stun on the Rubik. Why not?
Yeah, that's just an awesome spell to steal on the Wraith King for the Rubik, to be honest. And Wraith King, Skywrath Mage, if those are going to be the support duo, it's so damn good early on. And that was something that Arrow was lacking a little bit in the first game as well. Just having the possibility to go around early across the map and just set up kills left and right. And with this lineup, they can definitely do so, and I wouldn't be surprised if they even went for aggressive tri-lane here.
Yep. The Witch Dog, I say, the Brewmaster coming out, and well, this is the answer to Wraith King. Sure, why not? I mean, the Brewmaster as such is not the best target or the best hero to do damage inside the Chrono, but of course he can clean up around the Chronosphere, disable those targets who could do something against the Faceless Void, just going mad inside his blue bubble. We have to see how this is coming along. We saw yesterday a game with the Brewmaster, and that was actually against Team Mushi, and they were so farmed that the Brewlings got pretty much instantly destroyed, so that Brewmaster died multiple times inside his Primal Split. That was very awkward to see, because usually it's like teams not bothering with killing the Brewlings. They are like, okay, we just have to outlast it and live with the disables that are coming, or we build BKB against it. Either way, let's see how this Brewmaster is going to do now on Team Mushi's side. The third ban stage is through, and yeah, Ravage is being banned out again, as well as the Tinker. So they don't want to see a Tinker here on Arrow Gaming. It would have fit, I guess. Like having the Tinker coming in, we have a double or a triple stun setup, a slow, we have the magical amplification. I could have seen that, but look what we got as the fifth one. Morphling on Arrow's side, that's a signature pick pretty much for this team, and OD on the other one.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I have to just favor Arrow Gaming's lineup in this game. Yes, the Gigabyte Mushi team lineup can be extremely strong as well, but it's a lot just greedier and so level and farm dependent.
Yep. Well, the Mushi's gonna take that OD. This is our mid hero, I assume, and this is gonna be quite some time, especially against the Wraith King. It's very awkward to play against the Outworld Destroyer because after the Astral Imprisonment you sometimes just find yourself without the mana or the mana pool, so even a stick won't help you because you just don't have enough mana pool to refresh, especially at the start of the game. So we have to see how he develops in there. It's Lance playing the Wraith King, so this is a carry Wraith King. We can just hope that he gets fast enough level and stats accordingly that he doesn't have a problem with the OD. Otherwise, it's a huge problem for him if he can't use the Reincarnation because there have been just too many stacks on him. Either way, we're gonna introduce the teams. This time on the Radiant side, we have Ohio here playing the Faceless Void. Then Net and WTF, the two supports on Rubik and Disruptor. Behind them, KYXY on the Brewmaster and Mr. Mushi himself on the OD.
And for Arrow, their offlane will be an aggressive tri-lane with MTR playing the support Mirana Mosen on the Skyrift Mage and Lance on that carry Wraith King, as DDZ of course up in the mid lane but on the Morphling this game, leaving Xiangxai to play the centaur in the safe lane.
Yep, I mean the Morphling alone mid, we have to see how that works out, especially against the OD. It's definitely a task for him to keep up there. The DDC Windrunner last game, it just didn't work out. The Viper, I wouldn't say destroyed him, but he harassed him that much out of lane, plus that Santa Warner being such a pesty little roamy support all the time. Net just, I don't know for how long he was there in the mid, hiding behind the trees, either looking for a courier or for the kill. But it was like playing your mid and not focusing, or you can't really focus on CSing there or avoiding the Viper because there's permanently someone in the area, in the vicinity to, I don't know, strive for your life. Either way, we see the first wards coming up here. Sentry ward to block the small camp and a pretty traditional ward as such, giving vision here to the bottom rune. Nothing else is coming up except for those two wards, of course. Top both observers here in range for the rune as such, and well, this is pretty interesting that nobody is picking up that haste rune. Nobody is guarding it, so we have to see if that haste rune is gonna play a role in like a minute or so.
I mean, at the moment, both teams should have vision of it. Actually, I'm not too sure if the Dire don't have any vision of their ward, so...
Look at Mushi's OD. Mushi has a 67.4% win rate. That's quite something on OD. For the fact that the OD is not a popular hero anymore, I mean, remember 2013, I can't even count how many ODs we saw, like it was picked permanently.
Way too many,
yes. But now
but actually WTF might be in trouble. The arrow is still on cooldown. Reaper Blast connects and WTF is taking so much damage. Kinetic Field comes out. Telekinesis up as well. Thunderclap a little bit too late, and MTR can actually escape as well. And Net, he's taking the harass now. It might be 2-for-1 exchange. Indeed it is. And KYXY is not in the clear yet. 2 more mana for the Braveheart Blast. Slowed down already by the Concussion Shot. Braveheart Blast comes through. I think with the Drunken Brawler he might be able to escape. And Kinetic Field comes out, Thunderclap as well. But hey man, even if he escapes, he just has to use so many consumables now.
Yeah, but still, it's a bad trade. It's a bad trade for Team Mushi here. Like a 2-1 trade, and to be honest, even going for that Panda, it was very optimistic, very eager, because, oh sure, there was the stun on Lance, but I think they should have just saved that stun for the incoming supports. They knew they're gonna TP in there, especially if Mushi's under pressure, KYXY is under pressure, and well, it's a good start for Arrow again, but we saw this start pretty much last game already, and then Arrow didn't make anything out of it. So let's see how this works this time. For now, they can be happy about their lane here, and we have DDZ in the mid against. Oh, there's an arrow flying, but nah, Mushi with the haste rune. That's the easiest arrow to dodge.
Yeah, I mean, just getting the angle from there would have been so hard to begin with anyway. But Mushi, he's harassing DDZ. Actually, he's gonna go for the kill. Strength Morph activated. No, he backs off because of it. But he's gonna have his bottle in 1 creep, so he's just fine. Whereas TDC, he still needs another 300 gold for his.
Yep, but that was a nice reaction here by Lance going directly to the left, because he knew there is the kinetic field blocking him the way out of this tower. So in just a bit he would have had even tower aggro. So good reaction by Lance. But there's arrow. No. Flying.
And actually, Okay, wait, he wants to go in telekinesis onto Lance, Thunderclap to fall as well, but Wraithking, he's so tanky, Magic Stick Pop, another stun onto Net this time around, Disruptor. He's most likely gonna fall, but Lance actually might go down in return. KYXY, one more right click to Thunder Strike, helps kill them up, but MTR leaps for WTF, he has double damage, one more right click, nope, juked!
Oh, he's not going for it. He's not going for it, but KYXY still might be in trouble, or is there... No, it's not a Thunderclap, nothing. He's going for the right clicks. Oh no, with the Thunderstorm. That might be enough. That's one more tick, one more hit.
Yeah, it's gonna be enough, Tango! No.
Nope. Nope, that was just not enough. So in the end, it's free. Like, what crazy lane that is. But first I started to think like, oh, maybe that was not really worth it. Lance, I mean, going for a support kill and giving up your own life, but in the end, well, it turned out to be a right thought, because this trade was everything but good for Arrow.
Yeah, just extremely well done. So tri-lane has kind of evened itself out with both having 3 kills each.
Yep.
And funny enough, all the kills have happened here, but Brewmaster KYXY, he's actually had to run all the way back home the second time now, since he was so low. And just tangos would have taken way too long to reach him up.
Yep,
And of course mana issues as well.
That is pretty much the only upside on this fight. I mean, the trade was better for Team Mushi here, but the fact that he had to go back to the fountain of course hurts. It's time and XP lost. But then again, I mean, they just managed a small victory here against Arrow, so it might be justified. Either way, we have to look at the mid already, 4 minutes in, and we have to see how it goes. Like the DDZ Morphling versus the Mushi OD. Mushi finding another Haste Rune, having 3 stacks Astro Imprisonment here. It's already level 3.
Just look at the mana on DDZ.
Yeah.
Well, now he has 52, but...
What mana? Like what mana are
he
you
had
talking
26 mana pool before he got the level, man. 26.
I don't see any mana. 26 now he got it. With that third level 3 one. 26
That's
mana.
just ridiculous, man. 26 mana pool.
Oh, but there's a go in the bottom lane and an Arrow following up here on KYXY. Now it's all about the right clicks. Do they have enough? That's the question. It should be enough, or should it be? The right clicks are coming out. MTR, one more. It's not enough. I can't even believe that. There's not enough momentum here to turn it around, but wow, KYXY living on the edge.
Do you know what just saved KYXY? WTF's Fate Bolt, reducing the damage output of the Mirana by 14. That literally saved the Brewmaster at the moment.
That was 3 right clicks coming after the Fate Bolt. Like, if the Fate Bolt wasn't there, that might have been easily a kill. But yeah, sometimes the small things matter in Dota. That's why this game is so damn amazing. So 5 minutes in, a lot of action still on that bottom lane, but without a result. It's still 3-3. And now it seems like they're going. Oh, look at the glimpse.
Yeah, another follow-up arrow though lands onto WTF. Telekinesis was used on Lance. He gets a Brave Fire Blast as well, but I think he's gonna go down. A few more right clicks net. He's so low on mana, not enough for a Thunderstrike. And KYXY suddenly he's taking tower aggro. Net. Who's gonna MTR go for? Brave Fire Blast connects on the Disruptor, and MTR just tanking up the creep wave, forced to leap out as Disruptor does go down in the end.
The range creeps just working there on Arrow's side. So in the end, it's a 1-1 trade after all. It's support for support.
But what I wanted to ask you, like, way earlier, but there's just action all the time, is that MTR, he has the cosmetic arrow. What do you think of just, in pro games, people using that?
I'm not a huge fan of course, because it is just too visible. It's just too visible. That's the biggest problem, especially if it's daytime. But talking about daytime and stuns and whatnot, Ohio just going down with that Ancient Seal. That's the synergy I'm talking about. Every time I see Centaur and Scarab Mage in combination, I'm pretty much excited, because that level 3 seal, that's 40% plus magical damage. The double edge is magical damage, and that's an easy one for Centaur. That's 400 damage plus the amplification, Ohio, unless he is super lucky with the backtracks. Then yeah, no chance whatsoever.
But Mushi, arrow just barely dodged. He has the haste as well, but it expires. Concussion shot, it's gonna come out. Is it gonna be enough? Net is there, but Ohio, the Chronosphere onto 2 MTR. Just such an easy kill. Moson might be next as well. They pop the Sanity's Eclipse, it does next to no damage. But the right clicks will be enough. Not extinct, Xiangsa actually. Oh, what Net? Why you save him?
No, he was like, oh my god, like I have to glimpse him before he does the stun. So in the end he's like, oh guys, thank you, because I would have been dead. This glimpse definitely was for Arrow.
He was surrounded by 4 enemy heroes and got glimpsed to safety.
I'm pretty sure in the voice they're like, what have you done?
Ohio's gonna go for it, gets the time walk slow. If you right clicks, one lucky time lock, come on, bash Ohio. Not
This-
lucky enough.
He needed 1 mana for the hoof stomp, like he would have had it, but yeah, Ohio just not fast enough. But yeah, what an exchange there in the mid. But the arrow this time hitting here on Mushi, and now Starstorm is not there, but who needs Starstorm if you have DDC with the waveform? He just got enough mana for it because Mushi wasn't able to steal before anything. Oh, but the Wraith King, he's level 6, he has the reincarnation, he's even using the stick. Let's see if he actually makes it under the tower. KYXY not committing his primal split for now, but if they get him down and then he follows up with the primal split, that is bad news. Arrow flying, not connecting on anything. They're all slowed. Primal split is coming out, and there we see maybe Lance going down. I don't think it's enough, but oh, stun on net. I don't think they can have anything to follow up here. They have to deal with that Panda ultimate for now, and it's doing quite some damage here on Musun already. The Fire Panda. Oh, Musun. This is a ton of damage. KYXY, they follow him. There's the Arcane Bolts. They're slow as well. Oh, but he dodges the arrow. Now it's all about them right clicks. But
Stampede is coming off in 3 seconds as well. KYXY, he wants to dive this so hard. Come on, Thunderclap KYXY going for the TP out. Will it be in time? Oh no.
yeah, Jesus. Jesus. They so wanted this kill. They really wanted this. Wow.
Well, I mean, at least they got it as well, and they didn't even pay for it. I thought KYXY might just go for a Thunderclap before his death, but mid lane, DDC has an enemy's rune. 2 heroes rotating in from arrow as well.
He needs a follow-up damage, anything, but it might actually come, because we have Mosun for silence, we have in the background a Hoofstorm possibly coming out, so this might work on Mushi.
Oh, but Disruptor is there as well, net. He can save them. Oh, nice Astral Imprisonment to begin with.
Too bad.
Actually, they might glimpse somebody back. Even Center might not be in the clear yet. Do they have vision? Of course they do. Thunderstrike provides it. WTF gets the lift up, but Center is going to turn it around. Hoofstorm completely whiffs arrow. Actually, he lands on Mushi, but the right clicks will get KYXY. It's going to be a return though.
Nice arrow. In the end, it's a 1-1 trade, and this is definitely a better one for arrow. Like getting that center down, but paying with Mushi's life. Definitely something you want to do. Nice trade after all. But of course, in the meantime, we have Ohio, who just joined the game pretty much once with his Chronosphere. That's all the initiative he did so far, and he's just free farming. That level 11 is coming up soon with a level 2 Chrono. Then all he needs is a TP, and then he can join those fancy fights. I was actually quite curious if he's gonna join that fight bottom, because they dove so deep under the tower. Why not going for it? I think that Chrono might have been 2 deaths for Arrow. But then again, it was also risky. It could have gone horribly wrong, and therefore maybe the right decision not to make it. Either way, we are 10 minutes in, swapping to net worth. We are 7-8 here at the moment. Arrow having 1 kill advantage, and yep, while Ohio is farming here the neutrals and maybe being discovered, we have a look in the graphs. Like, Team Mushi had a 1k advantage, but they lost all this in all this forth and back fights. At the moment, Arrow having a minimal advantage. But let's see. Is there silence coming out? Ohio? Nah, he's time walking, and that gives me the time to just look at the gold graph, and there, okay, that goes against everything I thought so far. Like, they have a quite nice progression here in that direction. 1,500. I really thought Arrow had a bit more farm.
Oh, Stampede, top lane, the silence is there on Ohio, they need to hoof up, and yes, Mystic Flare to follow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That is perfect use. They knew the time walk was on cooldown. They even commit the Marana ultimate here, the Moonlight Shadow, just to be on the safe side, which is good. I mean, they get another kill that gives them 2 kills advantage, and Mushi coming back in. That arrow actually might fly, but oh, at the moment, no. There's the Astral Imprisonment. He should have probably started with the arrow.
There's a turnaround actually. Come on, Kinetic Field, Static Storm, anything. Nope, Thunderstrike. They have the glimpse as well. Net has the vision, glimpse back, and easy support kill, I think.
Yep, this reminds me that Disruptor is a goddamn strong hero, and they even focus here the replicate so that the Morphling doesn't do any fancy stuff. Mushi is following it, but no, that was a bit damage missing, the replicate having 25 HP. But either way, yeah, Mushi getting that kill in the mid that makes up for what he did before. Like, he is 500 gold away from the mech. No, actually he's not, because the recipe is already
Static Storm! Yes, he gets it before the replicate DDC. So much trouble now, Arcane Orb with the right clicks, and he goes down.
Yep, easy one. At the same time, we have also the Wraith King going down, so suddenly Team Mushi striking with 2 kills. The Rubik plus Ohio here. The Chronosphere was used, and I don't even know why. Oh, yeah, it was still 15 seconds or 20 seconds by the time he died on cooldown. That's the bad thing about reincarnation. If you don't have the levels of like a solo farming Wraith King, or like a Wraith King that goes, I don't know, early Midas and maybe reaches level 11 fast. 260 seconds, 160 seconds, 60 seconds. That's how it scales. And oh, mid arrow. But yeah, it's kind of awkward if you die in the first reincarnation and then you have ages to wait till you have that backup ultimate.
It's so hard, but mid lane Xiang Sai Stampede comes out, he has to blink as well. Can he get in range? Hoofed up? Nope, Primal Split before net. Still has the Thunderstruck as well. Static Storm, he's on cooldown though. Mushi comes in, gets silenced up immediately, double edge in the face. But he has the mech to pop, and DDC can't just burst him down with the waveform. Can he catch anybody else? Glimpse was already used. Mushi's gonna get stunned, DDC. He wants to go back in, actually might have enough to get the kill, and indeed with the Arcane Bolts also following. And KY play, Primal Split ends, silenced up. What got stolen? It's the waveform WTF. You have to be wary of his burst now, although
Net
he only
has to be careful here. Like, they go in all direction, but DDC... Ah, that was waveform in the wrong direction. Net is hiding now here. But that was a kind of awkward thing to happen. Oh, but Net... Whoa, 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 whoa. Ah, they saw him, but there's the Static Storm, everything. He's trying to get a kill in the center. He might actually do this before he's going down. Or is that even enough for MTR? No, it's not. Even with the negative earn charge, I don't think that's happening because there is earn charge counter-ticking plus... Yeah, something else. But the Rubik is coming in. Fate Bolt, that was on a Mirana, but he disjointed it. WTF. This is greed. This is greed, and he pays for it with his life. That is, of course, bad, bad news.
That was greed infused with feed at the moment for sure. But mid lane, they might get the kill on Lance. The Thunderclap goes through with Brave Fire Blast into Mushi. He still has the mech, silenced up. But that doesn't get a high. Oh, 3-man Chronos are coming out. They have the Sanity's Eclipse as well once the silence ends. Is he gonna pop it for the kills though? Holding on to it, TDC. Waveforms away. Lance gets another stun. Another Astral Imprisonment. Man, Mushi's just gaining up on the intelligence. Do they have detection though? Yes, Sentry goes down and that's the kill.
Yep, this Sentry that was desperately needed. And this way, Brave King dying again with a 260 cooldown on the reincarnation. So very awkward again because, yeah, for 260 seconds you don't have that funny free ages. And they also finished the entire thing with a tower. But Jesus Christ, we are 14 minutes in and we have 24 kills. That is so much KPM, and I'm not talking about kappas per minute. No, this is kills per minute. The game is so action-packed here. And let's see, with this rotation here into the bottom lane, they have two potential targets here. DDC with a replicate, but Mozone here only has a TP, and he's using it. Wise decision.
But 3 heroes are coming in. Telekinesis onto Lance. Oh, that was a mistake. Time locked up immediately. Arrow misses everybody and Lance.
Yep. I was just saying, man, you don't have your ultimate, and too bad.
I have no idea why he even went there, because I mean, DDC, he TP'd out, as did Mozone. So the three of them, I mean, I guess they maybe underestimated Team Mushi's just team composition, or not the team composition, but how many heroes were actually there.
Yep, and at the moment they're gonna go for this tower here. There's still creeps, of course, but they don't have to fight anyway. Back to protection. In the mid we have DDC. He had a double damage rune, but he has no replicate, he has no TP scroll, so this tower is going easily down. And after all this action, Team Mushi is back 16 minutes in with 1 kill advantage, and now of course also advantage when it comes to the towers, because on the Radiant side we have all tier 1 towers still standing, while Team Mushi secured themselves now the second tower right after a fight. And these trades, this time it started a bit later, but after all, if you look at the last 3-4 fights plus what followed, they're just doing the better trades again. But in the mid, oh Mushi, you're silenced. Mystic Flare, Arrow, I can't even, like, the list was so long, but in the end, look at the chrono, they want more, but Ohio.
Man, runs into an arrow, waveform through, actually they get the kill. Primal Split was there, but DDC gonna get glimpsed back into the Static Storm. Brave Fire Blast stolen by WTF. The Strength Morph though, is it gonna be enough? They still had the Sentry, but he can't get out of range from it. Oh, he's still in it, but he actually survives, and now WTF with his own Strength Morph trying to tank things up, but goes down in the end. DDC just barely TPs out, so a 3-for-1 exchange.
That was a good play there. Like, he was so on the edge of dying there, but in the end, I was talking about better trades. Like, here it got instantly interrupted. Like, 15, 14, 16 minute Arrow is striking back, and to be honest, they might as well get that tower. The tower is really low, 230 HP, so why not committing on it? But it doesn't seem like they want to. They're like, hey guys, we're fine, let's just farm. But I'm not sure, like, when you draw a picture for late game, who's gonna have the Van Gogh here? Like, who's gonna be the bigger team?
It's actually really hard to say, because if OD gets huge and gets huge early, he just completely wrecks with just Sanity's Eclipse, having the Refresher Orb as well on top of that. And it doesn't look like anybody on Arrow's side is gonna go for a BKB anytime soon, at least.
Yeah.
So,
I think the BKB
if it was equal farm, and equal levels on everybody. I actually think Arrow would probably have the upper hand. But man, I think at the moment, at least with the way this is going, just
the biggest problem
Gigabyte is going to reach late game earlier.
Yeah, the biggest problem about OD is really the fact that you can counter him easily with the BKB because there's nothing he can do. Like all three of his powerful spells, except for the normal right clicks he has, like they are based on magical damage. So a BKB, for example, on DDC or maybe even on the center, like we saw this week already being played by Chavost. This would have been a nice thing to do, but let's see. Right now they don't see Mushi as the greatest danger.
Ohio, save him with the chrono. He gets 3 as well. They have Sanity's Eclipse. It's level 2. Is he gonna even pop it? He's holding on to it for the time being. Static Storm catches 2. There's the Sanity's Eclipse, and man, this was epic bait. Oh, they get the glimpse on Lance as well. Reincarnation down for 3 more seconds. Actually, if they wait it out, it's gonna be good for them. And
but this is even bad news for him, because he rather wanted to die, I guess, here instead of the reincarnation. He's armlet toggling, holding himself alive, but he just dies twice now. A stun on Ohio, I guess, but after that, what can he do? Like, Mushi is there holding him back, of course, in case he runs. There's still Astral Imprisonment, and to be honest, dying here without reincarnation, I think that would have been better news than just dying twice. But at least Morphling is getting something. At the same time, in the mid, KYXY, the one who TP'd out here, he dies in the mid, and this is also the first tower to fall. On Mushi's side here, Arrow getting that one, but of course they trade that. It's a 4-1 trade with a tower 1-1 trade, pretty much. So overall, still Team Mushi making definitely the better one here.
Yeah, and man, to be honest, Ohio's just Chronosphere. Once they saw the Stampede coming out, it was absolutely perfect. I mean, I don't think you could have gone for a better Chronosphere. And Xiangsai, if he just had blinked like 1 second earlier, for example, might have been a huge difference, but nope. Not happening. So 18 to 16, it's still rather even in kills, thanks to DDC just getting one onto the Brewmaster. But blink, Thunderclap. DDC has a replicate. Moonlight Shadows comes out as well. They're in the enemy jungle. Oh, we're gonna see another huge clash. Mushi is gonna run into them. He's gonna get signed up with. Yes, he Stampede is there. Static Storm. Actually, Xiangsai now, he's solo there. Do they have any detection apart from the Static Storm? Yes, they popped the dust. Astral Imprisonment up WTF. Oh, he stole the Stampede.
They have Stampede, yeah. That is dangerous, because that centaur, he's going down over time. He's just using all his spells right now just to make sure. Maybe they want even more with the Eclipse. Yes, and Eclipse is coming out. It's MTR. He doesn't have leave. Poor guy. Everything used, including even the negative earn charge. So it is a 2-for-0 trade. It looked so promising after all, but it was not. It was not at all. Like, they just have the better reaction there.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, a lot of it just had to do with net placing down a kinetic field Static Storm in this area here. So
yeah,
literally,
so
Xiangsai blinked over it. I mean, yes, it didn't hit any heroes, but it was enough to just prevent the Mirana, as well as I think it was the Wraith King to just pass through here. So Xiangsai was just completely soloed out.
Yep, it looked so off. Like, first I was like, oh my god, he missed everything, but then in the end, like that little pocket behind the trees, it secured them. It just shut them completely off, and like suddenly the centaur was finding himself surrounded. And oh, arrow flying, not connecting on anything, and they keep on going on the tower lands, throwing out a Ray Fire Blast. But oh, there's the initiation, double stun.
Yeah, the Primal Split comes out, Stampede is there as well, but I mean, they got the double stun, but still they're the ones running away. Lance, he doesn't have his reincarnation yet. He has the armlet, of course, toggling it up, getting stunned. And Xiangsai, well, he's gonna go down to the Brawlings most likely. Indeed, he is. Another stun onto Mushi, but he has the Sanity's Eclipse. There's the Chronosphere onto 2 as well. Easy kill onto the Wraithwing. He had 1 second for the reincarnation, and now MTR, he's gonna lose his life as well. Stunned up, arcane bolts by Mushi, and man, this game is just completely spiraling out of control.
Yep. Like KYXY in the mid, he wanted to go even for Mosun. Nicely split up, they wanted to be really effective, but oh, what is he doing? He's like, oh, you know what, I just blink in the base, make a thunderclap, and then just TP out, because I can. Either way, it was again a bad trade, and they follow up with a tier 2 tower, so you actually had the right words for it. It's spiraling out of control. So far, Arrow was holding himself fairly into the game, trades forth and back, sometimes even in Arrow's favor, but now, if you look at the last 3 team fights, it's not going well for Arrow anymore. But still, there's a Morphling, there's a Wraith King, and as long as that is the case, we might still see some sort of comeback. Plus, it's not the first time we saw also Team Mushi here a bit overextending. So far, they're not. They're playing very disciplined, and also I love their warding. Like here, another Observer ward. This Observer ward here was already, like which we saw in the enemy jungle, that was already worth everything, because it was a 4-0 trade they had there just because of that Observer ward. Let's see. I think they want to continue. They just want to use the momentum, and sure, why not?
I mean, they have the Sanity's Eclipse. It's still level 2, but even with that, it should be enough. Arrow, they really don't have any high intelligence heroes at all. And Mushi, is he gonna force that? Maybe, no. Arrow gonna miss it as well. Refer Blast, force that through. But Ohio, he's there, he has the Chronos, actually still on cooldown for 9 seconds. They get the stun onto Mushi, double H as well. Blink, Thunderclap, stun onto the center. Ohio, oh, come on, he goes in. Man, that Chronosphere just... If it had been off cooldown, would have been like 4 to 5 people caught.
Now, if that dust even were on the center, I think they would have gotten that center kill. But the dust apparently did not hit. He was already out of range for it. But they don't care. They say like, okay, Stampede is out, everything's out, so let's just go for it.
Yeah, but now with the Stampede on cooldown, center just has to back all the way home to region up. This tier 2 most likely is gonna go down unless Arrow. Go Hoyo, he gets in, he catches 2 as well, but he gets arrowed almost immediately. WTF. Fateful through, telekinesis disrupted. And well, just 2
This
easy
time
kills.
With the reincarnation, but I don't know if that's going on. Like, there's a BKB on Ohio, but they still focus on Lance. There's the Sanity Eclipse, the big fat hammer. That will also be the end of the center. So it's a free O trade. There is an arrow flying, hitting on that, but I don't think there's anything to follow up because the Panda is making space. That's the funny part. He's driving them out of their own base. That's the funny part. They can't go back in their own home, because the KY Expert is just there making sure there's no follow-up whatsoever. And yeah, Team Mushi says like, hey guys, we are surfing on a wave, on a snowball here. It's almost an avalanche right now. 26-16, 10 kills ahead. But let's see, nice arrow on Mushi, but yeah, with those heroes dead, we have no follow-up. There
EDC has E-Blade.
Yeah, the shotgun is coming out.
Look at his health, 568, man. If he gets caught by 1 stun, he's stunned for. And the chat also pointed out E-Blade, and then just get Sanity's Eclipse yourself and die.
Yeah, but I mean, that's all on cooldown right now after all this fight. But they got what they wanted. They got an amazing fight. They got the racks, the tier 3 tower, and follow up the melee racks. You can't ask for more, and we have to look at the graphs. And oh, first we have some nice stats. Average time is 20:45. DDC's times is 23:40. Yeah, that's pretty much what you get for like a game that is super active, where the Morph doesn't have the free farm he would like to have, plus also the towers. I mean, they only have 2 towers. Arrow managed in all that time just to get 2 towers. They don't have a pushing lineup as such, so I guess that explains the bit late.
Yeah, and to be honest, at the moment, just looking at the graphs, you can see that from the top fight, I think, just started it all, the 3-man Chronosphere into a just 4-man wipe. From there on, the graphs just completely
Look what they just do. They committed so much now to this illusion by that we're doing Roshan, but damn, this Roshan is so slow. Lens hitting it, clupping it down, but Roshan is like, I don't know, just shaking it off, and it's not even a flash wound. Either way, we have to look at the graphs, while Team Mushi, I think they're gonna rotate top. They go systematically through all this. I mean, they're gonna be seen now here, but who has the gem? Who has the gem? The Panda has the gem, and there's easy dewarding. Now they're like, hey, give me vision, come back. There we go. It was in range. Either way, looking fast at the graphs before we see anything else. From 0 to hero, 12k in experience here on the Radiant side at the moment, and this is all what they really started to trade very well. And from there on, they never stopped. That craft never stopped going in one direction. For gold, it's pretty much the same, but a bit more. 15k working towards the 20k. That's how we start into the next fight. I'm still not saying that Arrow is out, but it's looking dire at the moment.
By the way, I mean, I just looked at the clock. It's like 25 minutes in. It feels like this game has been so much longer with all the action we've had.
Yeah.
But mid lane, Blink, Thunderclap onto Lance. Can actually escape. Promise with the stairs will WTF. 4-step through. Break Fire Blast. Man, just using his own weapons against him. And he's still only level 11 as well. Lance. Poor guy loses his reincarnation. Mirana thrown up in the air. The Chronosphere catches both. Will be easy kills on both as well.
Yeah,
Arrow
easy one.
Oh, 2-man hoof stop Mushi. He's gonna go down to the Mystic Fairy. But Break Fire Blast into Xiangsai now. E-Blade into net as well. Waveform. Actually, they get a 2 for 2 at the moment. Or did MTR actually survive, or did it just buy back? I don't even know, but Xiangsai, Gem, KYXY, he gets the last right click. They get the kill and DDC. He's going for the man mode. He wants to get off WTF, but is he gonna go down in return? Strength Morph keeps him alive, but telekinesis up finally goes down.
Yep, that's a full team vibe. And with that, the question is now, what do we see? What do we see? Do they decide to go for top? I mean, that would be an option. KYXY still decent in HP, is same for Ohio. WTF had to go out. At the moment, they just farm the small buildings. Why not? Time walk into that creep wave. But I don't know, that fight was surprisingly okayish. Like, with that chrono setup and everything, and they still managed to get at least some kills, especially that surprise kill on Mushi. And I thought like, oh, maybe Arrow is striking back, but then in the end, it was just not enough steam in that engine. That's the problem. So 31, 18, 27 minutes, and yeah. they didn't achieve anything objectives-wise. But
they might get Ohio if they're fast enough. I mean, they are smoked up, so if they get the stun, Mystic Flare follow-up, they have the potential, and Ohio is farming up the enemy jungle as well. BKB, though, no, he's not there in time. Mystic Flare arrow as well. He's gonna go down.
Yep.
So, something nice for arrow, but actually we had another statistics coming out from LDJ, and Net, he got his Aghanim Scepter, I think it was 24 minutes in, or 25, and average is 34.
Yep,
10
and
minutes
Aghanim
faster.
Scepter on Disruptor is such a nasty thing to have. Like, it really, you feel so helpless in there, because, I mean, the Chronosphere is already something where you can pretty much just go AFK for a while, have a smoke, and when you're back, your hero is either dead or very low. And now you have the Aghanim Scepter Static Storm, and that is even worse, because you can't get out of this as well. The only thing you can do is like right click, but you can't activate items, nothing. You just can't get out of there. And that, I mean, having a Disruptor with the Aghanim Scepter always shows how a game goes. And in this case, it's just bad news. But oh, there's an arrow flying on K by X-Pipe, but he's getting 4-stuff below. It's still a long arrow. I don't think they have anything to follow up, but they still try. He has Primal Split. If the stuns are all enough, defensive Astral Imprisonment for now, and right clicks here. I don't think that's working out, but let's see. The Centaur Warner, he's definitely going down, but he says hello to Net, at least with a double edge. DDZ is coming in. He wants to shotgun someone. It's WTF, but he's waveforming away himself, so in the end, it is DDZ in a very awkward position. Ohio trying to find something. No, he's not.
Yeah, and just Ohio even has a Manta style now, so if he gets Ancient Shield, he doesn't actually immediately have to pop his BKB, he can just Manta style out of it.
Yeah.
So the options are there.
We saw that
plus,
yesterday by Mushi already, like the Manta style Ember Spirit, just against the Skyrath Mage. Like against the Seal, bam, Manta, and it's done. Another arrow flying, not connecting on anything, and yeah, Team Mushi, they want to go for it. Roshan is completely getting ignored this game. He's so lonely in his Rosh pit, but they don't even need it. That's the fun part at the moment. They don't need it. The Cliff being used, buying some time, but still everything is ready. We have Sanity Eclipse, we have Primal Split, we have everything up.
I mean, just the farm difference is too huge at this point in time. Like literally Arrow, they can't go for the fight Lance. He's only level 12, only has an armlet and just power threads, nothing else. Has an Ogre Club in the inventory, so going for the BKB. But so damn far off of it, and TDC has an Ogre Club as well on top of his E-Blade. That's just not nearly enough damage. Mech comes out from Mirana, 30 minutes in, it's affecting us. Oh, but they find Mazone, the silence is there, but Ohio just gets the time lock.
Oh, come on Ohio, he just wanted to plant a ward, like be some sportsman. But no, Ohio, just no mercy at all. Like, you shall not plant that ward. And in the end, Mosun is going down. I mean, it's just a support, 30 seconds, he's back, but this is exactly the time they need for Roshan, probably. So by the time they go for Roshan and come back with the Aegis saying hello to the bottom lane, that should be all fine. It's the perfect timing for Team Mushi at the moment.
Yeah, actually, I mean, they're just doing Roshan with the two of them. KYX try to tank it up, and Mushi with his Arcane Orbs, which are doing a pretty good amount of damage. I mean, he doesn't have the highest intelligence at the moment, to be honest. But he's still hitting for like 170 pure damage, plus his normal right click damage.
It definitely hurts. You saw it on the Centaur. The Centaur was melting. Like, I think each orb attack was like a fifth of his HP. So in theory, Mushi just needed like 5 hits, maybe 6. But yeah, it really looked scary. That's why I said like earlier, I think BKB is something Arrow needs to go for, but then again, for going straight up BKB, you have to sacrifice a lot of things. KYXY disjointed, but oh, nice triple stun.
But they're just using the stun and Stampede to get away Ohio. He got his BKB off before, and now DDC trying to blow up Mushi, actually almost succeeding, but Mech comes out. They should have some earning charges as well. Blink in, Thunderclap lands. No, he's gonna go down for sure. He has the Reincarnation and the Chronosphere onto 2 MTR as well as Xiangsai. They're getting caught, and Ohio, does he actually have enough damage? Meta Step up the Disruption, Static Storm doesn't catch anybody. He ran out of it, but lands. Gonna go for the TP out, can he actually succeed? No, he cannot.
Nope. No chance there, and we have to look at the buybacks as well. He does not have a buyback, so Lance is out. That is bad news. These Rex are down. Arrow not calling a GG quite yet, but I think if Team Mushi really wants to force the issue here, they can go top, but let's see. They're gonna try more.
Another hoof stomp, Mystic Flare actually Mushi. Oh man, he just goes down immediately, but it's a return when DDC goes down, and that's GG.
Yeah.
Xiangsai also to fall.
He was like, hey guys, if I die here, I don't have a buyback either. With buybacks, that might have been different, but no buybacks on Lance, no buyback on the Morphling here. That is just bad timing. Give this fight another 600 gold or so, and they might have actually driven out Team Mushi out of their base, but the fact remains they just didn't have that gold. Racks were down anyway, so they were just holding on to 1 Racks. It was just not good enough. Either way, so the next challenger is out. That makes 4 teams already not beating Team Mushi here. And the next team who is coming up for this task is Mineski, the friends here from the Philippines. The entire thing starts 12 CET. That is... Culture, help me.
In 1 hour pretty much, unless they start earlier.
Yeah. That's in 1 hour. So thank you for our Stutzman, and also thank you all for joining. Almost 20k people want to see Team Mushi here playing against the challengers. Mineski is the next one. My name is HeflaTV. Casting with me was Coucher. Thanks for supporting us. Give us a follow here. And of course on Facebook and Twitter at HeflaTV you always get the latest news on HeflaTV. And of course the VODs. As soon as possible we're gonna upload the VODs for you guys so you can check it on our YouTube. Moobot will give you the information. And that being said, guys, some music till the next game will be coming up shortly in probably an hour. A bit less than an hour.